Welcome to Mimi's Christmas Workshop 2024. This is the first video for the month of July where I share all kinds of ideas. For those of you that sew, we're going to make some rope bowls to hold Christmas presents. And if you're a non-sewer, don't worry, I have something for you. Make sure you stay to the end of the video and I'll share with you how we can put together baskets already made. But first up is rope baskets. And you know I love the 3/16 by 100 foot cotton clothesline that you pick up at Walmart. You can order this online through walmart.com, but I love this rope for making my rope bowls. So you will need some clothesline rope, and you'll need some different kinds of ribbon, Christmas, fall, summer ribbon, spring. But we're going to make this rope bowl using tea as our colorant instead of paint. So I'm just taking some boiling water, pouring it over a tea bag, and we are going to dye that clothesline rope with this tea. I'm going to let this sit and steep. And then once it's a nice dark color, we're going to add in that clothesline rope and just let it sit and soak just like we do with the paint. This came out a beautiful honey color and I loved it, and I think with the ribbons that I've picked out, it's going to work perfectly dyeing it this color. So I'm just turning and turning, and then I'm going to let it sit on a piece of plastic and dry overnight. But there's the first rope bowl we're making, and it is with tea. Now I had some beautiful ribbon with white in it, so I'm going to go ahead and dye the other pack of clothesline rope with the white paint and mixed with water, and you can see all the different colors I have that go well with white. So we're going to be making two, but I really plan on making a lot of these this year to give as gifts and fill them with Christmas goodies, my Texas trash or cookies or Christmas breads. But I'm using the white matte acrylic paint. I put in about 2 tablespoons of paint and some water to cover the rope. If you want it darker, you add more paint. And I'm going to soak this rope, and just as I do the tea rope, I'm going to spread it out with the fan on it, let it dry overnight, and then it's ready to sew the next day. I've rolled it up into a ball, and we're going to go ahead and get started making the tea colored rope bowl. So I've coiled it, I've made a cross with straight stitching. Now I'm setting my sewing machine for a zigzag stitch. And I want a nice wide stitch so that I can catch both pieces of rope, and then you just put it in your machine and you go around and round and round, zigzagging that rope together. Now once I get my base to about 4.5 inches, I am going to start turning the bowl upward, and that's what makes your bowl. All right, I'm going to lift this up, and a nice size bowl is 4 to 4.5 inches base. It makes a nice size bowl. Looks really pretty. You'll see that at the end, but I'm just going to keep going around and round, and then eventually you'll get a little bit bigger. And I'm still pushing it up, and it's so easy to do. All you're doing is zigzagging. So we're going to keep up this process, and then I'm going to show you how to make a loop to put ribbon through. All right, now that I have my desired height of my bowl, I want to make some loops that I can run a piece of ribbon through. So using my measurement, I want my loops to be about 4.5 inches wide. So I put a pin there, and then I'm going to lift up, move it down again, measure to make sure that it is 4.5 inches because I want all my loops to be equal. and then I will pin that in place. Now I want my loops to be about 1 inch tall, so I'm going to go back and measure and make sure each loop is the same height and width. And I go all the way around the bowl, measuring and pinning in place. And then here is the bowl. Everything's nice and even. We're going to go back and sew, zigzag that together, and it's a pretty easy process. I'll share that with you. So I've got my bowl. I'm going to lock in, put down my presser foot. I'm going to put my needle down, remove the pin, and then I did 7 zigzag stitches across this base. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I'm going to backspace so it's just nice and secure. And then I hit my scissor button on my machine and it cuts the thread, and I can move to the next one. And you can see I've got them all sewed. So now I'm going to keep going with my rope, and I'm going to go across those loops 3 times so that I've got a nice loop, nice sturdy loop that will hold that ribbon. And there is the finished bowl. I'm going to go back and trim all of the loose threads. And it only took an hour for me to sew this bowl. And you can make so many. If you get started now in July, you can make a nice amount. Now I like to coat mine, as you know, if you've watched my videos with Mod Podge. It seals the thread. It keeps the bowl nice and sealed so that dirt and dust doesn't stick to it, and it just protects it. So I always coat the outside and the inside with just a thin coat of the matte Mod Podge finish. And so here are the bowls. I have added the pretty ribbons, and you can put Christmas goodies. I love the white bowl. I could put Christmas cookies in there, cocoa mix, and I also added a few ribbons of different colors so that if you wanted to change your ribbons out, you could. So let's take a close look at these bowls. So I love the white one. It kind of reminds me of the Frozen movie, that color, but it is so pretty. And I've added in some little bags of ribbon in case the person wanted to change that out. There's some fall colors, and you could put in some spring colors. You can change the look of that bowl just by changing out the ribbon. Now here is the tea stained bowl. See how pretty that bowl is? It's got such a nice honey color. And I've got a Christmas bow on the front of it. I've added in some fall and spring ribbons, 4th of July, so you can change that up. And then you can fill this with goodies as well. But now for those of you that do not sew, do not worry, because I'm thinking about you. And I found this wire basket at Walmart for $7. And it's over in the floral arrangement if you get to your Walmart now. But it is a beautiful chicken wire basket, and I'm going to share with you exactly what I put in it to make it a nice gift. I ran up to my thrift store that's less than a mile from my house, and I wanted to find something to go into this chicken wire basket. And now you could run ribbon all through that basket. I just tied a simple checked bow on the front. Now I probably will go back to Walmart and get some straw to put in it, but right now I'm just going to use tissue paper just to show what you can do with these baskets. Now also check thrift stores, dollar stores for baskets. I just happened to walk up on this one and I grabbed it because I love chickens, and I thought this would make a nice gift. So I went to my thrift store looking for things that I could put into this basket. I found 2 chicken soup mugs. They were absolutely beautiful. They were $6 a piece. Then I found this resin chicken, Now she was $12, which is a little bit more than I wanted to spend, but it matches perfectly. Then a cast iron little skillet for $5. So don't forget to look at your thrift stores if you're wanting to pack a basket with some neat ideas. So I'm just going to add in some tissue paper just to secure it and to help these things stand up in the basket. So I'm adding that little cast iron pan and the soup bowls. And that chicken is so pretty and lifelike. I love it. I just absolutely love the farmhouse look with the chickens. And of course, you could go so many different ways. There's so many neat ideas in thrift stores and little antique stores. So we're just going to tuck her in. And what a nice little Christmas gift this would be for somebody that loves vintage looking farmhouse crafts. So I was very tickled with my purchases today. I was only gone about 30 minutes, just right up the road. I'm tucking in some fall ribbons if I wanted to change that bow on the front. And it's done. And again, head to your Walmart, look in the basket section. You can get some great prices. This was actually cheaper than the clothesline rope, and I absolutely love it. So if you're going to go ahead and get started on your Christmas gift giving, start with gift baskets. And let me give you some ideas on different types of baskets that you can make. If you know someone that loves to crochet, you could fill a basket with yarn, hooks, scissors, and pattern books. A sewing basket would be great with thread, needles, buttons, fabric packs, tape measure, and scissors. How about a game basket for a family filled with playing cards, Uno cards, dominoes, puzzle books, candy, and even popcorn? How about a thrifting basket like the one we did today? You could put china teacups and plates in it, little cute figurines, candle holders, lace doilies, and little mini picture frames. How about a faith basket with a Bible, a devotional, a journal for writing in, some study guides, and pens? And what about a great spice basket? For those that love to cook, you could fill it with a variety of spices, seasoning salts, peppers, and even vanilla. Check Sam's Club because they have a great selection of spices at a very reasonable price and would be perfect for a spice basket. You could also make a gardener's basket with seed packets, garden gloves, hand tools, a journal, and seed catalogs. And what about a crafter basket with a glue gun and glue sticks, a little container of Mod Podge, paints, brushes, and crafting magazines? And then a foot spa basket, with some Epsom salts, moisturizer, nail clippers, a file, and some nail polish. That would be perfect in a basket. There's so many wonderful things that you can do. So go ahead and get busy now making those baskets or buying your baskets if you're a non-sewer, and then come up with things that you can fill for your family and friends. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you will leave a comment below, like and subscribe. I've got a lot more coming all during the month of July. So let's get busy getting all of our Christmas gifts made and done so that we can enjoy the holiday season. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a very blessed day.